Can we talk about your experiences and sort of how did you even get into that space where you became well-known and had to step through that fear?
I was the type of guy that never met a stranger anyways. So I was, and growing up, I was an agent of change, and I say that only because I was conceived in one state, born in another, and was raised in another, and I found myself back in that state that I was even conceived in. And so I was always moving around, 6 different elementary schools, and so I was used to meeting people, so I never had an issue with meeting people. But it's all relative, right? Because I was a part of a church that had 30,000 members. Most people have not had that type of exposure, but when you've been able to be in front of people, whether being a musician, I've been a musician and performed and that type of thing, but it's all relative. When I got into the media spotlight with Donald Trump and The Apprentice, I was looking at it was more of really continuing to live my life in front of an audience. And I didn't see the 15 million people that watched us every week. I knew that they were watching, but it was about being myself. With others, they have an audience too. Everybody's got an audience. Some we're not even aware that we have an audience. So it's a matter of it's not just about performing, but being who you're going to be in business or in your area of influence or your area of expertise or authority. You already have an audience anyway. And we just I think it's more of we just need to be reminded that you already have an audience. How do you want to reach outside of that audience? How do you want to persuade that audience that you have to make the decisions to help themselves by using you or using your services or buying your product? It's the perspective. It's shifting the perspective of the individual. I had to shift the perspective, not so much that I just fell into it. It was a means to an end for me, but it was still that I was going to still be myself, and I still wanted to show my wares. And having that opportunity that I could not have bought, and to be able to show my wares in front of so many people gave me that stock, that credibility, as you said, that authority, that expertise, badge of honor, to be able to say, hey, if he could do it in front of this many people, it must be the real deal, or it must be, it has to be true, the loops that he jumped through, or the millions of people that lined up for that position, but he was one of the 18 or the 16 that was chosen, or he was the last man standing on his season. Those things speak. We all have those stories.
I think, Craig, what you're talking about is because you were on that show, you are now seen as the authority. And all the credibility that Donald Trump has and all the authority that the brand NBC has is now transferred to you. So when you're stepping out there, you have that authority and credibility as well.
Exactly.
What we're trying to do for other businesses within their own market, we're trying to transfer that credibility from those big brands that Craig has been a part of, and we're transferring it to the small businesses so they have that instant credibility within their market. And that's a great thing about it is instant. It's not something that we have to build for months or years. We can deliver this instant credibility, and it makes an instant change to the business in their market.
Certainly.
And Neil, I haven't forgotten about you. I really think that you and Craig have a wonderful partnership just for the reason that you have such diverse, that when you put them together and come together as business partners, then you're more well-rounded. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, I think, like you said, we work very well together because, I'm the more kind of analytical SEO type person, and I've done that for years, that side of marketing, where Craig, on the other hand, has been more involved with the brand and being the authority, which now with what we're doing together, we're able to, take both sides of what we do best and bring it together and make it, a really good deal for the people that we're working with. SEO has changed over the last few years, and most businesses are very disillusioned with what's happening, and they're on page 1 of Google 1 minute, and then Google makes a change, and they're completely gone, and it's destroying businesses. But I think what we're able to offer now with the branding is something that can last forever, and it's something apart from Google. It's something that can be used if you're able to use those logos of ABC and Fox and NBC and all that kind of stuff. You know, you can use it in your direct marketing campaigns. You can, you know, for mail to doors, you can use it in your email campaigns. You can use it in social media. So you're not relying on Google and what their change is going to be. This is something that you're going to have for the rest of your life, that you're going to be able to be seen as that credible authority.